Yo, what up? Good morning, GMG. Thursday, November 20th, 2025. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler. Good morning. Good morning. How ya doing today?
I'm good, though maybe a little bit disappointed. I woke up early, expecting maybe some fireworks on the board. I think a lot of folks excited for the U.S. Open here today, U.S. Market Open. And
the tennis?
Not a zilch. Crypto just we're just gonna keep going down.
Unless you're a ZEC holder, then you're rich as fuck.
Quantum resistance privacy has never looked better.
Quantum resilience privacy. I mean, you were fighting ZEC with the Kohaku stuff yesterday, Tyler.
I like to. I'm still here what the potential bear cases are.
I think we should FUD the shit out of ZEC today. Like, yo, there's a ZEC has been hacked, y'all. Everybody tweet out ZEC has been hacked.
It's not quantum friendly.
It's not quantum friendly. Quantum computing is about to crack the code and take all your coins. Apparently, Naval and Mert are in on it. Yeah, I heard rumors.
Yeah, they're on the Epstein file list.
They're on the Epstein. Yeah, Naval, ZEC, the ZEC founding team. Well, they're CIA for sure, but that's bullish. So let's just say they're KGB. So actually, ZEC is a KGB token, not Mossad, because Mossad is super bullish. CIA is super bullish. You know, maybe you say that they're Iranian intelligence. ZEC is Iranian intelligence. IRGC. How's that one?
Not bad. Don't clip this, folks. This is
don't clip that. It's obviously a joke because for the synthetics tournament, that's what I did this morning. I've been actually cooking. I was up to like 300K. And dude, like honestly, we were talking about this in the show, like in the studio 2 minutes ago. Like some people want to settle for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like top 10, just to like get the clout and like get their $10,000. Like third, right now, if I stop trading, not right now anymore because I'm down on ZEC, but like 20 minutes ago, I stopped trading. I would have finished third, like almost for sure. Oh, it's reversing here. Yeah. But which gets me about 40K. So 5 Infinix Patrons, it's 1.5 ETH each. Liquid, by the way, 1.48 the bid. Call it 140. And I get 25,000 SNX. So it's like, I did the math. It's like I would have made like 40 grand, but it's like, do I want that? Or do I want to like have a chance to be the guy that like on the last day was top 3 and went for it? You know what I mean?
Can we just pull up the board? We're already talking about it. Let's just pull it up.
So I went maximum. Oh, it's reversing here. Please. I almost got my liquidation 714. I have a $7 million short on ZEC. Not my money. Just want to put it out there. Not my money. I am not personally short ZEC as an asset. I would only long it. But for the competition, when I hit another high today, I had to go for it, you know?
Yeah. So for folks who haven't been following, this synthetics competition is $1 million up top. Second place is like, so it's basically winner takes all.
That's it, right? It's, look, $1 million, then it's like, this is equivalent of 35, 40K. And forget 4th and 5th and 6th, yeah.
And the reason we're talking about it is because there's 16 hours left. So this is the final day. You got to make the big swing trades. We'll talk about the leaderboard here in a second. What's still shocking me is like below you, there's like 10 guys between 100.
Well, Larry stopped trading because he knows I'm like going for it.
Basically, everyone quit trading. Like, what are you doing? Like,
he's got no trades on.
I get maybe waiting until the final day, but guys, like it's the final day. Like, do something. Larry
knew because there's a chat with the traders, and I was like, "Let's go!" Larry knows that I'm fucking all in, and he's not trading, so he can finish third. All right, Larry. No, but he did trade a bit yesterday, but like he's flat.
But it looks like G Money has a shot here, so I mean he's picking it up.
Dude, G Money's got G Money yesterday was getting rinsed, bro.
He basically gave it's over comment on Twitter. He's like, I tried my best, it's over. Yeah. He's 40x short Bitcoin and 40x short ETH.
Wow. Yeah, see, yesterday he was right there. He was first, right? He was right there. Him and Bodhi went through.
I missed what Bodhi made a huge jump, and I didn't see what he did.
He was 49x long the market at the lows, like 80s.
Okay. Yeah, that did it.
So I guess synthetics season 2. I mean, we'll talk about it with Kane, right, on Monday. But listen, let the record show. At least the record shows that Farouk can trade. You know, that's synthetic. That's Bodhi. He did a huge comeback here. So it's not looking good for your boy, but you know what? A miracle can happen.
At least you're taking a shot here on the final day. Unlike
On the record.
people 4th through 14th on this list. Like 2 of the people I traded. Like what?
If you guys like me, you want to just pray for Zek's downfall, even if you own some Zek. Like right now, Tyler is the Zcash bull, and he was like, all right, just today, I'm gonna pray for the downfall. Because it's not gonna go much lower, right? But like, you know, a giga dump to like 600 mark, you know, like or 650, you know, to take out G Money in the poly market race. Because there's a poly market on us, right?
Yeah. Which strangely does not have Bodhi. So G Money is the leader. And I'm short G Money, which is looking like a bad. I got it at 6 to 1.
He's down.
I took G Money as I took the field versus G Money.
I guess people piled up on me here. Wow, I'm 10%. The hell?
It's thin. So like if you actually look at the books,
yeah, super thin. Honestly, I'm kind of honored there's $100,000 volume on my name. Like it feels kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Man, G is he's only 250K back. Like he is very light.
I think Kalshi also has it. Yeah, see, Kalshi is Kalshi G1 is at what? 47%?
So this must be the actual winner. So the market is the winner from this list, which is why G Money is so high.
I'm honored that I'm 10% on Poly Market, both and Kalshi. I'm sorry to the people that believed in me. I let you down. Looks like I'm gonna be taken out here, but I'm proud of myself for trying. So you know, I'll try harder next season. You know, your boy was kind of busy for the last 20 days. So couldn't trade much. Anyways, today on the show, markets, news. We'll talk with Walrus, right? Show sponsor, no show partner, but also a partner of ours on the MYRIAD side. So we're going to talk about this as well because we just did some announcements this week with Walrus. I saw some tweets going out today. I shared them. So we'll be discussing all of that, which is actually some pretty cool stuff and important stuff. So we definitely love the Walrus team and we work with them a lot. You may have heard them on the show before, actually. And then last but not least, of course, we're going to give y'all some money because that's what we like to do here. The YEET FOMO hours, Timmy, that never stops. And this show is powered by EigenCloud. EigenCloud built on EigenLayers. Security extends crypto-grade verifiability to any application from AI agents to prediction markets to on-chain games. Build anything, verify everything. That's a banger, by the way. Build anything, verify everything. That's banger. And Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect powers billions in monthly volume across wallets, apps, users, and institutions. That logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto, as recognizable as Visa. Check out one to learn more. Follow Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. Tyler, looks like we got quite a few things to discuss today.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears. Folks, do you want the good news or the bad news first? The good news, crypto majors are higher than they were last night. The bad news, they are still red on the day, and the downtrend looks like it's continuing. Bitcoin, 90,500, up from 88,888, which we hit yesterday. But yeah, still red on the day, the week, the month. ETH down 3.5%, 29.80, below 3K. Solana's up, I guess. Solana's up 1%. 139.76. We'll take that. Bitcoin printed the death cross. I think Ethereum is close to printing the death cross as well if it hasn't hit in the past 12 hours. Signals extended weakness, but often can become a local bottom pattern as well. Time will tell. U.S. interest rate cut odds dropped to 33%, but have spiked this morning. How about that? They're back up to 44%. After some jobs data came out this morning, unemployment rate ticking higher. And Powell has come out and said that is a number they will be looking at closely, the unemployment rate, with lack of other data. So something to watch there. Let's see. Vitalik warned that quantum computing could break Ethereum's current cryptography by 2028 ahead of the next election and urged a shift to quantum-resistant security ASAP. Kraken. Yesterday we said $800 million raise, $20 billion valuation. Today we're talking IPO. They confidentially filed for a U.S. IPO just a day after that raise. So Kraken is coming. Coinbase teased a new era, working on prediction markets, stock trading modules. The UAE tripled its position in BlackRock's IBET, now holding $520 million worth of Bitcoin via that ETF. India plans to launch a stablecoin ARC, pegged 1-to-1 to the Ruby. And this was an interesting story out of Laura Shin's Unchained. Anthony Papiano is looking at a potential $400 million payout tied to his ProCat Bitcoin DAT if the stock price goes high enough. And that is now being challenged by Glazer Capital, who is a 7.7% owner of that SPAC. So that's a brewing battle to watch in the DAT space. In ETF news, Bitcoin ETFs, first day of inflows in 6 sessions. Hallelujah. $75 million in the Green Soul ETFs. Also $48.5 million in inflows, the most since their launch day. BlackRock planning to file a staked ETF, and then XRP and Dogecoin ETFs are expected to launch any day now. In memes and on-chain movers, let's see, Jesse Pollock announced the launch of a Jesse token. Jesse's back and dropping new coins. I think that one's coming at 11 a.m. Eastern today. This is not a meme, but Edel, which is an on-chain tokenized stock trading platform or infrastructure, up another 28%, hit 100 million. It's now up 150% over the past 3 days. So there still are some trades out there. And then Tensor was up 400%. That was one of those weird potential squeeze trades. ALK up 50%. Wojak was up 45%. So there are some movers on chain. In token airdrop and protocol news, the CME is set to begin offering sports event contracts starting December 6th. So that's just around the corner. And Aztec launched its Ignition Chain L2, focused on privacy. In NFTs, a couple headlines. A sitting U.S. Congressman, William Timmons, is now rocking a Pudgy Penguins PFP on X. Shout out to the fellow PFP there. And then Rovers by Runtime. Minting today, OpenSea, 11 a.m. Eastern, 5,555 digital and dynamic pieces of animated artwork from some of the friends of the show. So check that out. Interested.
Love that. So there's a lot, like as expected, the market may be a little boring, a lot of chop here. I mean, our female quant saying that we're going to chop in this from the lows to yearly high for the rest of the year, which I guess adds up with everything going on right now. So despite the fact it's a little boring for the trenches, etc., there's a lot of news. So
yeah.
I mean, we unpack first NVIDIA and today's job data doesn't really, it's not really data. It's irrelevant, right? Because it's from a few months ago. But let's unpack NVIDIA because that was a big beat, man.
Crazy beat. NVIDIA fiscal third quarter earnings beat expectations. I think that the biggest takeaways was that Jensen Huang directly commented on the AI bubble. He said, there's been a lot of talk about an AI bubble. From our vantage point, we see something very different. He says there continues to be growing demand. They are struggling to even meet that demand. I think he put out a figure. They are looking at $500 billion in revenue by end of 2026. So they're trading at $4.5 trillion, which seems insane. But if they're going to do $500 billion in revenue, it's not that insane. All right, so their market cap is up. So they're 4.7 trillion right now.
Wow.
And I'm trying to see any other details here. Backlog didn't even include recent announcements. So they've got the expansion with Saudi Arabia. Trump was in Saudi Arabia this week. The deal
he was there
is not included in this. So he's saying, Jensen Huang saying, don't worry about an AI bubble. It's not bursting anytime soon. And it matters because that was, if you think about like what are the bear cases hanging over the stock market, we're talking stocks and not crypto now.
Of course.
The AI bubble is the main thing, right?
Look at S&P.
That was the boogeyman out there. Yeah. And the leader and the leading company in the stock market and the leader in the AI race basically saying, no, we don't see it as a bubble at all. So I think that alleviates the fears. This is the setup for the Santa rally, the rally year. For stocks, I had to keep caveat.
For stocks, exactly, yeah.
So the S&P is up. Nasdaq's up 2% today. I think Google Alphabet was up 4% on the back of its Gemini release. I think Gemini. I have not played with Gemini. I've seen the take that it's the best AI model. So Google competing in this space as well. And maybe now on the somewhat pivot to crypto, maybe this is bad for crypto, right? So I think Kat was on the timeline saying yesterday, like these AI stocks, these hardware stocks, they're going up 50%, 100%.
Dude, everyone I know is buying stocks.
So if you can buy the AI stocks, like why buy crypto altcoins, right?
What happens when Hyperliquid SHIP3 brings all the stocks on chain? Well, hype is gonna go up, but what happens to our coins?
I mean, in volume over the past 24 hours, NVIDIA is 8th on Hyperliquid. And it's only even been trading and available to trade for like a few days. Let's see. Yeah, it launched on the 12th, it looks like. So 8 days. And it's already got $23 million in open interest. It's 8th in volume on the day, $80 million in trading volume. And then down the list, I think so. Google is top 15.
Yeah.
And XYZ 100, which is the stock index. And actually, that had more volume than NVIDIA did. So it's 6th on Hyperliquid.
So bullish hype, dude. Holy, what you're saying. Like once this whole like lull, market downtrend, bear, whatever you want to call it, for your own sake, is past, Hyperliquid is like going to be the story of the next cycle.
It's bullish if they win.
If they win, but right now they're like Kat was saying, he bought like million something of NVIDIA shares the other day without moving the funding rate, without like, versus like the first times I believe that he made that comment because maybe it did, right? I don't want to assume, but I'm maybe assuming this is why. Like Hyperliquid keeps on getting some good news on that.
So I don't want to be cutting it, but I think the theme I'm seeing for new on-chain protocols, like one of the most common new sectors is tokenized stock trading apps and infrastructure. So there are new players coming in, right? But yeah, right now, if you want to trade stock perps, it's Hyperliquid.
Yeah. So that's that. I mean, Nasdaq up 2%. S&P up 1.60%, Dow Jones up 135, and crypto is just putting in a lower high. It's not the best, right? Like you and I are good at making bull theses for everything. I was getting ready to come in today, like let's go NVIDIA earnings beat, but it's tough. Bitcoin's having a lot of trouble, and I never really followed that closely, but I have been because it's competition. So I've been like really like a hawk, like on the chart. And it's like every single pump just gets like dumped into like crazy.
Look at Bitcoin since November 11th. And I'm just picking that day somewhat arbitrarily, but it's just down only.
Yeah.
Single pump is getting
so
sold.
This is it. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. I'm looking at an hour. So you see even more detail on how it is. It's a
bang.
Yeah. And so part of it, early on, like we're creating the narratives to follow the price action, of course. And one was rate cutouts were dropping, and they got as low as 33%, but now they're back up 44%. So this happened in the last.
Are you sure? Oh, whoa! There was 27 this morning. My morning.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I actually added.
Let's go.
On the 25 bips line at 31% because when I saw the unemployment numbers, and I don't know for sure if I'm going to keep it to resolution, I might look at it as a swing trade. I think at least it's going to get back to 50-50 or close.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great shout, the 50-50.
But the reason it's moving is the employment data, which some of it was stale, but I think the piece that was important was the unemployment rate. It ticked up to 4.4%. And I think even if you don't have like the specific data the government looks at because the government's shut, we've been seeing these headlines like every month from some of the biggest players. So it's clear the unemployment rate's coming up. So it's just which of these two factors is the Fed going to weigh heavier? Unemployment going up or inflation going up? And I feel like the unemployment number is a bigger deal still than where inflation is personally, but the board is split, and you see that in the commentary. So it's far from a sure thing. I think either way, it's far from a sure thing. It really kind of feels like a coin flip to me right now, which means if you're looking at that as what could drive Bitcoin in the near future, like it's not going to do anything because it's not going to resolve. I don't really see how it changes between now and December 10th very much. And you and I were talking about that a little bit. Like today was the breakout day, I think, for crypto. Like if you were hoping for a bounce, it was today on the back of NVIDIA and on the back of the jobs news, because there's nothing else between here and the rest of the month. Next week is a holiday week, right? We're not going to have really much to expect other than some kind of
maybe the stock stopped pumping for a day because it's closed and crypto does. Let me come up with something. Let me cook.
Yeah, guess what, folks? Good luck making money on stocks Thursday and Friday with the markets closed. This is your
come join us. You can't buy NVIDIA during Thanksgiving, but you can buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, if you need to make money overnight and on where your shop, come check us out.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm largely emotionally decoupled from it at this point. I'm just gonna let it play out. Let the chips.
I'm just gonna wait. Are we gonna talk about Ethereum?
Let's do. Yeah, let's talk about it.
I mean, this is like, have you seen this? Went as low as 28.73. Another DAT dumping their ETH. I don't know if you saw this headline as well.
It's not great.
FG Nexus and Ethereum DAT sells 10,000. Look, it's not insane ETH, but still, like it's 11,000 ETH for share buybacks with 40,000 ETH remainings. It's just a headline of it that's not good, right? Whether 10K ETH is a lot or not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, ETH is not looking good, dude. I think Mando's been saying ETH is the best short every time it pumps. It's pretty right. Oh my
He's
God.
been short ETH primarily on the DAT thesis, right? He thinks more of the DATs are going to sell. Looks like that is playing out, so he's got it right. Which is tough. Like this one fundamentally is a little tougher for me, and I understand that like Tom Lee and the DATs is what pumped ETH back to 4,900 or whatnot, but it feels like a lot of folks are like rooting for ETH to go down, and like ETH is kind of our crown jewel for what's been built in the crypto space over the last decade. And Vitalik continuing to improve it. They got this interop layer to try to improve one of the biggest user experience issues on the chain. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. I wrote about it in the newsletter today. He's got Quantum in his crosshair. So that was one of the other headlines from yesterday. Maybe that spooked folks a little bit, but he basically said Ethereum cryptography is not quantum resistant. And now he's moving up the quantum threat to 2028, which is in line with what a few other experts have been saying. So the reason this is kind of taking the spotlight now is folks have been worried about quantum for a while, but the targets were like 2050 for when this would actually be a threat. And then some study came out in the last week or so that moved the timeline up to 2034 with these come out. So the timeline just got moved up by 18 years. And granted, 2034 is still far out from 2028. And these folks aren't saying 2028 is Q day. That's when the quantum computers are going to be able to break our cryptography. But they're saying like it could happen by then. And we're not ready for it. So it's time to start building now, which I think is at 100% the correct mindset. And some other sharp folks, and Nick Carter's been talking about this as well. You got to get going on it now. It doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. But the way he said it, I think also spooked some folks as well. So maybe that's a part of this sell-off. I mean, the quantum issue is a bigger looming threat. It's going to impact everything. But Vitalik was the one talking about it.
Hi.
So
Ty, we're sweating this one.
Zeke, you're still alive, my friend.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. If you own a lot of Zcash, can you just dump the shit out of it for me? For the comp. You know, I can't believe I'm still alive.
What's your average entry?
It's 696 because I'm an idiot. So my average entry was higher, and then I kept adding. I should have just waited for this, but obviously shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? It's tight, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, so there's that. There's the that. I mean, you're right. You don't want ETH to fail, but it's crazy, man, how much of it was propped up by. But you're starting to see the that unwind, which is not good. And for us, with like Solana and other assets are not doing much better, right? So, our hands. You know what's good about this rate cut thing is now the rate cuts are priced out. Last time the rate cuts were priced in, so you saw a dump after rate cuts. Everybody knew we were cutting rates. It was like 99%, right? 97. You follow that stuff better. Like it's around that. Now we went as low as 27%. The rate cuts will be priced out. If you're a rate cut believer and you're DCAing, you know, but that rate cut God candle is going to hit like crack if it happens. Like that. We're going to be there December 10th. It's on our computer. It's like, yo, let's go. Powell, come on.
They'll kickstart or they'll send the rally into overdrive or kickstart it.
Yeah, and if not, then we wait, lads. Oh, I'm not green again. This is insane. I was about to get liquidated.
Wow, 696.
Dude, I was about to get licked so hard. Come on. Someone's listening to the show. Quantum, Zach is... The worst thing is I love Zach. Like I'm a fan. Like, I just now realized like
I was gonna go into the Zach Quantum bull case, but I'll save it for tomorrow because of
Thank you. Well, you're not there tomorrow, so you can't even go there tomorrow. So
save it for Monday, I guess.
Save it for Monday. Save it for Monday. Oh my god, that is so funny, dude. If this is my saving grace and Zeke just like dumps like 20% here, Tyler, it's gonna be the most epic time of my life.
Yeah, well, I'm rooting for you. I've got money behind you.
Oh yeah, it's true because Bodhi's not in. So any poly market better that's got Farouk here or G Money is gonna eat. It's definitely a sweat. And I'm gonna check how they're doing right now. But anyways, okay. So a few things. To cover here. What else you got?
Poly market. We got some news before the show. They're raising at 12 billion. So they're doing their monthly re-raise. Like this is a joke, but it seems
like 3 in 1 month.
Like it seems like literally I was checking through my newsletter. On October 8th is when they raised it. October 9 to 10 billion.
Yeah, but they did 3 that month before, like when they announced.
Sure. So yeah, so like September leading up to that, there was a few, and now 12 billion.
This is a banger by William Legate, the growth lead at Poly Market, saying badges aren't cheap.
That's an incredible tweet. Yeah, you got to own that.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, the question is, and this is a question so I send this news to everyone, my team, to the voice chat, everything. And the question I get the most is, Farouk, what are they doing with this much money? At this stage, Poly Market's got to have like a couple bill plus, right? Let's assume last year was 2 bill. Apparently half of it was from employees and ex-investors. Half of it was cash injection or stock. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff going on when you raise. It's not always cash, right? That like, they've got to have $1 billion plus. Let's say assume $1 billion plus in cash, right? Where does it go? So you have integrations that cost money. So I'm assuming that UFC is a money deal. A lot of the ad buying is starting to get heavy because in the States, like you got Kalshi spending and Poly Market spending. So I guess people are putting them against each other. That's what I would do if I'm selling ads in New York on the billboards. I got 2 buyers. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm jacking it up like 500%, right? My next guess is they're either not buying sports teams, but they're going to be buying out like sponsorships with sports teams, like arenas. Like next thing is what? Poly Market. Like you can clip that and save it for later, but like Poly Market Arena, Poly Market F1 team, Poly Market sponsor of like a big team, like an FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, like that size. Like Kraken's already doing Atletico Madrid, right? So like, and they're doing Tottenham Hotspurs, like a big team in the EPL football, like. That wouldn't surprise me at this stage. They did NHL, so maybe an NHL team. Like, I think this is what do you do with that much money, right?
Yeah, I would think advertising is going to be a big part of it, right? It's because they're not even competing just with Kalshi. They're competing with FanDuel and DraftKings.
That's what I was saying. They're competing with MGM, FanDuel, and DraftKings.
So marketing spend, I have to imagine this US app rollout is probably not cheap. And they're going to want to advertise that. incredibly heavily.
But how much money is the marketing?
Oh, is like, do they require capital for like seeding liquidity, or is that totally external? I don't know the answer to that question.
Well, they got Susquehanna as a the big like the citadel of prediction markets, right?
So if they don't have to use any of that for seeding markets,
Well, maybe they do. Yeah.
I guess I don't. Yeah, that's what I don't know. Other than that, they've got a lot of cash. I guess it's safe to say.
Good for them.
A notable market. Some folks have been talking about this. The poly market U.S. go live in 2025 is down to 78%. It was 98.5% on October 5th.
Surely this goes out this year.
Time decay, but I mean this year there's only 6 weeks left in the year. They're not going to do it next. Well, maybe
Thanksgiving special.
Could be a Thanksgiving special. But here's the thing: you really need this by like December 20th because they're not going to do it over Christmas. I can't really. That's a strange time to launch. Thanksgiving is a little bit different. You know, folks are on their phones. Like there's major sports. Maybe you can make that argument about Christmas as well, but
I mean, we know people have been using this app for a minute. Like a lot of creators and stuff have been testing it, right? I don't know how far they are in dev. I guess I don't know.
They want it to be good and right. So there's no reason.
Perfect.
Like what
is number one on the App Store, right? So like Polymarket's gonna come. Like they can't settle for less than number one on launch.
I guess what I don't know is why can't they just change the website over? So maybe they can and they're just waiting until the app is live. Do you know what I mean? Like the app, the website still requires VPN.
Well, no. Well, you thinking maybe
I'm assuming right, because no one's going to download it in the US.
A license thing.
Yeah.
Maybe a license thing. Like the DCO and DCM that was acquired using the QCX exchange that they acquired, does it go into effect right away? I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. That might be it.
Yeah.
That's probably why the holdup, right? Because you'd figure the app is not that complicated. I'm not a dev, and devs hate me at the company because I'm always like, yo, can we change this? I'm like, yo, fucking, that shit's like way harder than you think, Farouk. But when you have like $1 billion, like you got like crazy fucking like crack devs, and other crack devs from Pump Fun. Yeah. You're actually cracked out dev. So I don't know.
We'll see. We've got another few minutes. So a few other headlines. This Pomp story is just wild. And it's not necessarily one that matters for most folks or matters for the market, but it's like such a sign of the times and a sign of the exuberant greed that was a hallmark of this DAT craze and DAT mania. So this activist hedge fund, Glazer Capital, has a 7.7% position in the SPAC that's going to take ProCap, which is Anthony Pompliano's upcoming Bitcoin DAT. That's going to take them public. Yes, it's kind of come out through this that Anthony Pompliano has an insane pay package built into this SPAC deal where he's going to get up to $400 million if the stock hits like $50.
What?
And so the reason that this matters, well, for one, in a company like Tesla, like maybe you can argue, does Elon deserve a pay package? But
100%. When
you bring a company like Tesla to 10 trillion, like that is largely on the back of what he's driving and his vision and execution. For Anthony Pompliano's DAT to hit 50, he needs Bitcoin to go up in price. Like it's, unless there's a real argument for the financial engineering that Anthony Pompliano is bringing to this DAT that's going to make it specifically better than others. But I mean, imagine if Saylor was, I guess I don't know the details of Saylor's package, but if Saylor was skimming 400 million off the top of the strategy, I think folks would be calling it a pretty big scam, especially. So that's not a great headline, especially as DATs are bleeding out.
I'm in the wrong business. I'm going to launch a DAT and I'm gonna get myself a $400 million pay package, dude.
Well, that's the right. Like a lot of these folks did do that, and they extracted, and a lot of them had their money
a
already.
lot of money. Man, the amount of extraction. I forgot the data extraction. Like these people that were saying, "Oh, we're up like 100x on every dad." Like motherfuckers took out so much cash, dude. Like no wonder nobody like wants to buy our shit. So crazy.
Well, that's not even that. It's like pull up the Circle stock chart.
Do I want to?
Circle is down like 75%.
I mean, it was overpriced where it was, right?
Sure.
Because it's like much smaller than Tether, you know. And
Jeeves was like calling this short.
Whoa, is that the right chart?
That looks correct. Yeah, it's below IPO where it closed on IPO day.
Jeeves didn't keep his shorts.
He kept it for a good period of time.
Okay.
I think he closed it closer to like 100, so he didn't miss the end of this move.
Okay.
But like we had this narrative, like, okay, these are the crypto stocks. You know, these are the ways, you know, you can bet on this outside of just buying tokens, and they all boomed. But now every single person who bought Circle stock is down. That's bad. And it's similarly playing out for Gemini. Like the Gemini chart is similar, and it's probably going to give Kraken some headwind into their IPO. And I mean, they just had the $20 billion raise from some huge names, right? So I think they're in great shape, and I like Kraken, but I'm just talking about the state of similar crypto IPOs from the past 6 months, and the charts all look the same. But maybe we'll get healthier price action coming out of this. Maybe people will have learned their lesson, and we won't see as crazy of a pump.
Yeah, I mean, it was so overpriced. It was a big IPO. Congrats to them, by the way. And USDC is great. Circle's doing good things, but like that, it was worth like 3/4 of Coinbase or some shit. Or was it more in Coinbase? And it's pretty much the same company. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah. So there's 16 billion now. So they got to 60.
They got to Coinbase. Like they got to literal like 3/4 of Coinbase level. That makes absolutely no sense. And then there's Tether, that's a much bigger company, and then you have like all the other there's literally stablecoins as a service now with Athena and stuff. Like it's not like a revolutionary thing anymore.
It's crowded. And LIJM saying IPOs almost always end up down every 2 months. So that is fair, right?
So
and
true.
Had this chart. So premature perhaps to on, but not great. Other than that, we've got Jesse Pollock. He's launching his coin today. November 20th was the day he decided that we needed to have another meme coin. So I guess he's doing it as a creator coin. I didn't spend a whole lot of time digging into this. There's concerns it'll be sniped to death. There's like a lot of these base coins typically are. Directly on X and the base app is where he's going to be sharing this. I guess I don't know what the launch pad is for this. It's launching on the base app. Okay. So it's not on.
Interesting. I have it. Maybe I should pick some up.
Or,
I mean, he's like the president of base, pretty much. So he's going to Trump. He's a Trump of base. You know what I mean?
And people are going to buy it for sure.
Of course they're gonna buy it.
It's going to be an interesting one. It goes
I mean,
live.
you know how bad it's going to look if it just goes like Burge up and down? So it's got to go up. So surely we got to like, okay, I'm going to put a little bit of money in my base app so I can like get that done.
It's an hour 15 away. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. And then I see you, Rebecca, in the stew. We're going to get to you in 2 minutes here. A congressman changes PFP to a penguin. What? Like, I saw it. I was like, hold on. What's going on here? I thought that was hilarious, by the way.
Promises made, promises kept. Maybe this is some kind of
Are we reading into this?
of the Pingu ETF coming. I honestly don't really know what to make of this. It did surprise me. But yeah, sitting Congressman William Timmons.
He's already asking when he should take it off. and then he's running a poll, and the top thing is end of month. So I voted end of month, but I tweeted that he's not allowed to take it off right now. So looks like his staff's probably freaking out.
Into this month, couple weeks. Pingu proliferation. It's out there.
Pingu proliferation.
I'm curious what this means. I'd be surprised if it's just a totally random thing.
Like, what kind of congressman is he? What does he do? What's his like work? Okay, remember the financial committee? Should be oversight.
Oh, Logan was talking about this a little while back. The Pingus were putting capital towards this like lobbyist effort. So like they were getting some boots on the ground in DC, and I didn't totally understand why. Maybe just to help with the ETF.
Because that's how it works, baby cakes. You know, that's the business of DC, you know?
Right. So Luke is up in there.
Yeah. There's a lot of lobbyists there. I met a bunch when I went to DC, you know? It's like a whole thing and whole event, and someone comes and says, like, what do you do? It's like, oh, I'm a lobbyist for MYRIAD. I'm a lobbyist for that company. Like, oh, damn. Like, I mean, Coinbase has their own lobbyists there. I'm sure all the other companies has their lobbyists there. Like it's like people's full-time jobs to be lobbyists in DC, right? And that's a job tell us all those times. There's nothing to do with crypto for people listening that may not be aware. It's like lobbying is a very lucrative business. Yeah, dude. Anyways, so there's that. And then quick shout out to the Rovers, right? There's an NFT minting today. So that is rare and ballsy. You know, we got homies at Schiller, etc., working on that. So hopefully that goes well for them on that front. I can't find the link. Fuck.
15 minutes on OpenSea. So it is OpenSea, the Spotlight project over there. So if you're curious.
It's literally front page of OpenSea. My bad. Like, I'm so blind. It's literally right there. So there you go. So there's that. And it's a continuation of the fungible fungi. So shout out to them and the homies over there. Quick little shout out to them. Anyways, let's get to our partner. I see Rebecca in the stew. Rebecca, what's up? Good morning. How you doing? Oh, you muted. You look so excited too. Like what? Like I gotta hear you. Oh, you muted on the app on here. Let me try. I can unmute you. Hold on. Try now. Oh wait, my bad. Hold on. Let me do it. I'll unmute you. Oh, sorry. Check.
Hello?
Yes, let's go.
It's like when you're trying to unlock the car door and they're electric. Someone's inside. Someone's got the key.
I love it because you were like speaking in like mute, and then you don't know what accent you're gonna have, and boom, another Brit.
I have a New Zealand accent. I have a kind of New Zealand Britishy accent.
New Zealand. Yeah, exactly. I love that. Rebecca, where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from London.
I love that. Great place.
Freezing.
It is freezing there, you know. But
like all good Brits, we have to do a little preamble about the weather before we can actually talk about decentralized storage platforms.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy the weather talk, y'all, because we're about to get into decentralized storage conversation. But guess what? As tough as that conversation may be to some people, it's an important one. Just like security, just like all the other stuff, right? It's the important stuff that you have to go through. So, Rebecca, before I go there, you know, maybe give yourself a little intro and like what you do at Walrus, and maybe like, I mean, people know a decision what Walrus is on the show, but maybe a refresh just for people who don't know.
Okie dokie. So my name is Rebecca. I am the managing executive of the Walrus Foundation, and that exists to encourage adoption and make sure that community members and partners are getting financial and technical and marketing support, whatever they need to actually build products on top of those and take them to market and be successful. So Walrus is a data platform. It is built on SWI, but is also chain agnostic and can work with any layer 1 or layer 2, or even in a kind of non-Web3 world. And what makes it new and interesting is it incorporates data storage, data availability, access control, off-chain compute, and kind of full programmability. So you can build whole new use cases and applications on top of Walrus that have not been possible in this fully decentralized way before.
Hell yeah, I love that. And so it's super important. I mean, storage in general. I mean, we saw Cloudflare go down like 2 days ago again, and like every
I mean, I didn't even tweet about that because it's like I've got RSI from doing that tweet.
It's so crazy. It's like your best advertisement for you guys. Like Cloudflare goes down every other week now, or like some.
Do you actually know what's going on? Why that is happening?
No, actually, I came on the show. I asked the other day, but it's not like we're like that savvy. So why? Like, how does that work? I have no idea.
I actually don't. I don't know. I don't think they have announced, have they, exactly what part's causing them problems. But this is a good point, actually. So at Miston, the whole goal of Evan and the founders is to build the infrastructure that allows the whole internet to be decentralized. So even if you are decentralized now, you still have to rely on things like Cloudflare and other applications. But Miston is slowly building tools so that you will no longer have to do that. And that really is the holy grail. A few years off probably, but we are getting there.
I love that. I mean, let's talk about how you're going to get there, right? And and more. I mean, we announced a partnership with Walrus this week. I'll get to that after that as well. But first, you did mention Sui. Sui is friends of the show, friends of the fam. Love those guys and girls working over there. We've talked to them a bunch before. And that was like one of the main chains right now that's very active. So why, a lot, you just said you're Sui adjacent, but it's not just on Sui, and we can get to that after. But why did the team of Sui, right, because it's Miston Labs, decide to build Walrus?
So Sui, we talk about it as a coordination layer. So if you think we are trying to rebuild the full technology stack, which allows the internet to be decentralized, you can think about Miston as a place that is rebuilding AWS, but in a fully decentralized way. So you've got to build the foundation first. That is Sui. It is a layer 1 blockchain, but it is a lot more than a blockchain. We call it a coordination layer, and it coordinates activities and data around the place. So a blockchain is really great for small amounts of data, but once you start getting large files, once you start doing a lot of data, it becomes very expensive and it impacts performance. So we built Walrus for Sui, really, for our own ecosystem. Initially, it was all about a place to store large unstructured data files like video, sound, things that don't fit nicely into a database, so that we could store them and use them in smart contracts without affecting the performance of the blockchain.
I love that.
And what we found is lots of other people want that as well. And actually, we also found in the first couple of months that people wanted it for small files as well. So we built something called Quilt, which allows you to now use it economically for lots of small files and lots of big files. So,
yeah, we've been using it over at Decrypt for a minute now. For Decrypt Media, I think it's been a year.
It has been about a year. You guys were one of our first big users, and we store all of your archive history. So all of your video, all of your audio, all of
these shows, because FOMO Hour goes live on the Decrypt page. That all gets stored. So be careful what you say, Tyler, because the record on the record.
It's on the record forever.
But on the record forever. We're on the record for absolutely ever here. And so tell us more about like what exactly is being built on Walrus right now, because it's its own ecosystem that's separate from Sui. Like we just said, like sim company made both, but it's got its own token. It's got its own ecosystem. That's kind of what I'm sharing on the screen. So like what's being built on Walrus right now?
We are seeing a lot of excitement around content. So from content creators, the ability to be able to own your own creation and then give access to it via the use of seal and permissions that is fully in your control. So obviously Decrypt is a big one of these. Claynosaurus, which I think you're showing
Yeah.
there. All of the Claynosaurus and all of Pudgy Penguins is all on Walrus. We're seeing a lot of AI interest. Obviously, having verifiable records or information that you can guarantee have not been tampered with and are always available is such a massive issue that AI needs to solve. So Walrus is really a key partner in AI. Everything from, building small agents to do jobs for yourself, like Eliza OS, they're one of our partners. They store everything on Walrus, to something like Baselight, which is all about building a permissionless data marketplace. So they build data sets, they store them on Walrus. You can buy them, but then because we have this access control, you can also put your personal data, personal corporate data, whatever, and then you can query full data sets. So not everybody gets to see everything that you're computing. And then other kind of very cute ones. We have Qudus, which is like an on-chain wearable, and all of the data is stored on Walrus, which means you completely own it and you can monetize it through Qudus. So that's a very consumer-facing app. And then one of my favorites is called Alchemy, which is actually more like a supply chain app. It is permissionless performance advertising. So all the ads you see, on probably on Decrypt, on Vogue, on Phishing Weekly, served up by Alchemy. But what they do is give complete visibility to the client. So it's incredibly, the ROI on it is very, very high. It's about 45% higher than centralized traditional systems. So that's a real kind of Web 2 disruption use case.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
It's kind of everything. And one of the discussions we have is, should we be focusing more, because it is new technology, but I guess what we're really focusing on is on people who need resilience, people who need speed, people who where it's very important to be decentralized. They're the people that are coming to us and liking us.
No, you guys have a good base. I mean, my follow-on question was going to be like, is Walrus only for Sui projects? But clearly not. Like you've seen, there's us, there is Pudgy Penguin, Claynosaurus, to name a few that you just named that's on the website. But like, maybe if you want to like double down on that.
So we have, well, firstly, anyone who wants to use a kind of decentralized storage system, they can use Walrus. It's extraordinarily easy to integrate. It's a little bit harder if you're doing all of the programmability and all of the kind of off-chain compute, because that is more evolved on the Sui ecosystem. If anybody wants to come and build it for Solana or anyone else, we will give you some grants. But yeah, anybody can use it. It's highly, highly performant. We have quite a lot of projects. We have a lot of kind of Solana projects, EVM projects, Ethereum projects, and a few other L ones that are using Walrus. So that's always fun to see. So it's fun to be part of the Sui community, and it's really fun to see our Walrus community emerging.
Best way for people to work with Walrus? Website, DM you, what's the...
So probably reaching out on X at the moment, either to me or the Walrus account, is the easiest way, and we will filter you to the right people. We have a Discord, but if you really get in contact with anybody at Sui, anybody at Walrus, we will filter you to the right places. We're still relatively new in setting up our processes, but very soon we will actually be really clear about publishing what the right route to go through to get support is. But for now, it's very scrappy startup. Send me a message.
Send her message. Speaking of sending her a message, this is Rebecca right there. RJ Simmons talking about MYRIAD. So you can't run a serious prediction market on a data storage solution that someone can just edit or unplug. True story. MYRIAD markets move to Walrus protocol is the fix ensuring the receipts for every bet are permanent and impossible to fake. So this is important, right? Like leading to prediction markets, etc. I think this was a great move by the tech team, and I'm glad we did that together.
I mean, the trust, being able to go and look at what actually happened and how things were settled and who they were settled with, it builds a huge amount of trust for MYRIAD. So I think it's a really great move. Walrus is a great partner for them. I actually really love the other possibilities this brings, though. I love the idea that MYRIAD is now a place that has recorded what people think is going to happen at a certain point in time. People have actually put money behind that guess, that prediction, and then we get to see, policymakers get to see, historians get to see, the world gets to see how people were thinking and how that changed. I really love the fact that they can embed that in different media, because then you start to be able to group people, and you can tell that decrypt people might think one way, while people who are in the Times of New York might think another way, while people on X think something and people on TikTok think something else. So although it is a prediction market, I really love the possibilities that could actually come out of this data in the future.
100%. So I love that. Big love to you guys. Appreciate all the team at Misted, Walrus, and Sweet, of course. So thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate you for coming.
Thanks so much for having me. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you, Chow. All right. Well, maybe Rebecca was my lucky charm, but Zach broke down to 686. Tyler, we needed lower though, but
she was fun. We needed that burst of bright today.
We needed someone brighter than us. That way, like, we would break down. Okay, now I'm up a lot, but I really need to go lower. So it looked a little heavy, Tried 7.
Your challenge is Bitcoin's breaking down. We lost 90
again,
and Bodhi
and
G
took a shit with it. Look at that.
Right. Bodhi and G Money are heavy short Bitcoin, so they're printing.
Oh fuck! I mean, short Zek. It's wow. Okay.
I mean, you have a first, I think.
If
it keeps going, but it's a pretty G Money's lead is pretty heavy now.
I would need like $550 Zek. Yeah.
Need a Bitcoin reversal.
I would need 575 Zeke, which is a little higher than where you and I bottomed it last time.
Yeah, it was 550 on the 18th.
550. Yeah, this I don't think that's gonna happen, of course, but a man can dream, right? Like, if you don't believe, then who does, right? So
this Bitcoin level just sucks. This is a bad one.
Yeah.
What markets are there? I guess our stocks still going. Let's see.
Did we reverse or something? Whoa! What?
Stocks are green,
dude. So this is like really, really bad sign, right? Like, can't even fake it here. Okay, Zeke, dude. Do we think like what? Like the 660? Anyways, let's give us some money. Charlie, you can give us some money, but I'm like, let's go. I'm up 100 on this fucking trade, dude. Let's go. I need to make like what? 700-800 to even catch up to my G Money now.
Yeah, it's a lot. Let's give away some money. Who's got the wheel?
Tukas. Hey, Tukas, let's go. Love that. Long time listener, Tukas. I recognize this username. Tukas. He's for sure here. He's always here.
Maybe we do something quick today.
Yeah, let's do something quick because you have another show. You're doing Against the Odds, no?
Against the Odds is back today in 1 hour.
Who you got on today?
#1 mentions market trader in the world.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, you got Tyrell.
So excited to have him on.
Is Tukas on here? He's usually here.
Let's go.
What do we want to do with him? Something quick.
Linko.
All right, let's do.
It's been a while.
Honestly, our luck has been really bad in lamb chop. All right, Plinko, but what do we want to do for him? So you already made $500.
Let's give more shots. Let's give more outs. Let's do $105.
Free Plinko. Free Plinko. What's the name of the money we have? Money. Okay. Okay. So what do you want to do again? Sorry.
Plinko. I think we do 100 balls, $5.
$5. Okay. Oh, it's already on there. Turbo. No, light speed is enough.
Oh.
So 100 balls, $5. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go. Now I'm sharing my screen. So 100 balls, $5, 16 rows, high volatility. All right, Tukas. Today, oh, it's his favorite game. There you go. Today's the day. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Give us 1,000 next. Give us 1,000 next, Mando. It's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's one on the 26x. Nice. We haven't hit that in a while. Oh, look. Oh, next. Fuck. Oh, there's one on the left. 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 Oh, 26 again. Nice. That's
right.
too bad. That was not a bad. So you made not much, actually. Oh, you made 1,000. Wait. We started with 3509. We're at 3540. So you made quite a bit of money.
So he got his $500 back plus 500. So he's walking away with 1,000.
Yeah, 1,040s. Nice. Fuck yeah, dude. That's not all the time that this happens on the show. So love that. Congratulations, Tukas. You made $1,000. Tyler, I'm not seeing you tomorrow.
Right.
And unless I find a co-host, I'm not seeing anyone tomorrow. Or else maybe I come and rant. But you're the one who's good at that. You're so good at the solo shit. If I find a co-host, I'll see y'all tomorrow. If I don't find a co-host, because Mando's not here either. He's got a team thing all week. I won't. So with that, peace out, y'all. Love. Ciao.